Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 3.8 Notes, part number 2. So we have a little miscommunication here. This is an 11.1, it is 3.8. Okay, today we're going to be talking about ratios and proportions. So after today, you should be able to write ratios and solve proportions. So to get started, let's first talk about a ratio. Now, a ratio is a comparison of quantities with different units. Okay? So a comparison of quantities with different units. Ratios can be represented with a fraction or with a colon. So in class, we were talking about what's the ratio of boys to girls. Well, I believe it was 8 to 17. Or the other way you would write that would be 8:17. Left-handed to right-handed, that was 2/25. And students to teachers, there were 25 students to 2 teachers. Okay, so all a ratio is comparing 2 different things. Now, a proportion are 2 ratios, so 2 ratios that are equal to each other. So 2 ratios that are equal to each other. And now it says, do the following examples represent proportions? Say yes or no. So if they are proportions, they have to be equal. So what does 4/5 equal? And to figure that out, we're going to take out our handy dandy calculator. Okay, so we're going to do 4 divided by 5, and that equals 0.8. So does 0.8 equal, and then we have to do 12 divided by 15. 0.8. Does 0.8 equal 0.8? Yes. All right, 5/9. So 5 divided by 9, that gives us 0.555. Repeating, does that equal 10/19? And that's 0.526. And that was, those are not equal. So this is no, they do not make a proportion. All right, why don't you guys go ahead and pause the video real quick and do example number 3. And there you go. Both 11/5 and 66/30 equal 2.2. So that is a yes. All right, now solving proportions. To solve proportions, we use the cross multiplication property. So if we're doing cross multiplication, we would multiply A times D, and that would equal B times C. All right, so if we were doing example number 4, and we want to figure out what x is. So you're going to do cross multiplication, which would be 5 times x equals 2 times 60. Oh, let's make sure. Oh, that's not working. Okay. So 5 times x is just 5x, and 2 times 60 should give you 120. Now, to solve this, we need to do SADMAP, reverse order of operations. X equals, I just want to double check, 120 divided by 5 gives us 24. All right, let's set this up again. So cross multiply. 3 times 8, and that's going to equal y times 5. 3 times 8 is 24 equals 5y. To get the y by itself, you need to divide. Let's actually make that look like a 5 and not a squiggly number. Okay, so that does not reduce, so y equals 24 over 5. Now it says, however, if there's more than one term in the numerator, you must use parentheses and distribute. So right here we would have 5 times x plus 4 equaling 3 times x. So all they're telling us to do is we have to remember that we have to distribute that 5. So you get 5x plus 20 equals 3x. So we have to get our variable to one side. So I've got a minus 3x minus 3x. You get 2x plus 20 equals 0. Well, the variable is not by itself. So subtract 20, subtract 20. 2x equals negative 20. Divide everything by 2. And we get x equals negative 10. All right, let's try example number 7. I'm going to zoom in just because I was kind of running out of room there. So, circle what you're going to be multiplying out. So, 4 times y plus 3 equals 10 times y plus 2. All right, so distribute and you get 4y plus 12 equals 10y plus 20. All right, so there are the two sides. You're going to get your y's on the left side. Those cancel. Negative 6y plus 12 equals 20. Now we're going to start following SAD maps, so I'm going to get rid of the addition. And then the last step is to divide. And I get y equals negative 4 over 3. All right, so we have to be very careful just to make sure that when we distribute within the parentheses, okay? All right, so here's the deal. We're going to do the odds together, or I'll at least show you the answers to some of them. And then the evens are extra credit. All right, so I'm going to do number 1 and then together, and then you'll get to do 3 by yourself. So cross multiply. So it's going to be 4 times 10 equals 2 times x. 40 equals 2x. Divide by 2. You get 20 equals x. All right, go ahead and pause 3 and see what you get. Okay, so there's the answer. We cross multiply it and you get 6y equals 56. Divide by 6 and you get 28 over 3. Now, remember, if you can reduce, you got to reduce. Oh, I didn't divide by 3. I divided by 2. Okay. Let's look at number 5. Let's do that together. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply. 6 times x minus 3 equals 14 times 7. Distribute, and we get 6x minus 18 equals, I don't have my multiplication chart out, so let's do this real quick. 14 times 7, 98. Okay, and now all we gotta do is solve by using SADMAP. So plus 18, 6x equals 6 carry the 1, 116, divide by 6, 116 divided by 6. Oh, and we cannot, let's see, can we reduce that? You should be able to divide both the top and the bottom by 2. So let's see, 116 divided by 2, 58. So 58 over 3. Alrighty, you guys get to try 7. Go ahead and pause that video. Alright, there we go. So on the right side, we had to distribute the 5. So 5 times t is 5t, 5 times 4 is 20. I subtracted the 5 to get my variables on one side, and then divide both sides by 4, and we get t equals 5. Alright, let's go ahead and circle what we're going to be multiplying. So it's going to be 2m plus 6 equals 3m minus 5. Alright, so distributing 2 times m is 2m. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, and we have to distribute on the back side too. 3m minus 15. Alright, so I'm going to move my m to the left side. We get negative 1m plus 12 equals negative 15. SADMAP, subtract 12 to both sides. And don't forget about that negative 1. Okay, divide by negative 1. And you're left with m equaling 27. Alright, 11's the last one. Go ahead and pause the video and try it out for yourself. Okay, and there you go. So, cross multiply. 5 times y is 5y, 5 times 4 is 20, and 3 times y is 3y. I got my variables all on the one side. Started following SADMAP, subtract the 20, and then divide by 2. Final answer, y equals negative 10. So that's it for Algebra 3.8 on ratios and proportions. If you have any questions, please come see Miss Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.